Most cat owners believe they understand their pets, yet every day cats silently reveal a language that almost no one fully decodes. What looks like random behavior, sudden mood changes, or strange habits is often a carefully crafted system of communication that cats have perfected over thousands of years. If you have ever wondered why your cat stares at you without blinking, knocks objects off tables for no reason, disappears for hours, or suddenly curls up beside you at the most unexpected moment, you are not alone. These actions are not random at all. In fact, your cat may be trying to tell you something far more meaningful than you realize. The truth is, cats do not communicate like humans, and expecting them to behave in a way that makes immediate sense to us is where most misunderstandings begin. Instead, they rely on body language, subtle movements, sense signals, and behavior patterns that speak louder than words in their world. And once you start noticing these hidden signals, you begin to see your cat not as a mysterious pet, but as a deeply emotional companion with clear intentions behind every action. One of the most surprising things your cat wishes you knew is that silence does not mean indifference. When your cat quietly watches you from a distance, it is not ignoring you. It is observing, learning, and even bonding in its own way. Cats are highly sensitive creatures, and they study their environment constantly to feel safe and in control. That slow blink you sometimes catch is not just a sleepy gesture. It is a sign of trust and comfort, almost like a cat version of a smile. Many owners miss these subtle cues because they expect affection to be loud or obvious. But for cats, affection is often quiet and intentional. Even when your cat turns its back on you, it is not being rude. In feline behavior, turning away while staying close is actually a sign that it trusts you enough to relax its guard. Another misunderstood habit is when cats suddenly knock things off shelves or tables. While it may look like simple mischief, this behavior often comes from curiosity, boredom, or desire for attention. Cats are natural hunters, and their instincts drive them to test movement, balance, and reaction. If an object moves, falls, or makes a sound, it becomes part of their exploration of the world. In some cases, your cat may even be trying to communicate frustration or request interaction when it feels ignored. What humans see as destruction, cats see as experimentation. And once you realize this, it becomes easier to respond with understanding instead of frustration. Every movement, every pause, every stare, and every unexpected action carries meaning in a language that is quiet but incredibly expressive. Beyond the playful confusion of knocked-over objects and silent stares, there is a deeper emotional world your cat wishes you understood, especially when it comes to attachment and independence. Many owners assume cats are distant or self-centered because they do not constantly seek attention like dogs. But this assumption misses the subtle truth of feline bonding. When your cat follows you from room to room, even if it keeps a slight distance, it is not just wandering aimlessly. It is staying connected in a quiet, controlled way that feels safe to it. Cats are deeply territorial and emotionally sensitive, so their version of closeness often means being nearby without being overwhelmed. Even when they appear uninterested, they are constantly aware of your presence, your routines, and your emotional state. Some cats even mirror their owner's habits, adjusting their sleeping patterns or sitting near places where they feel your scent the strongest, showing that attachment does not always require physical contact or constant affection. Another important thing your cat wishes you knew is that sudden changes in behavior are rarely random. If a normally social cat starts hiding under furniture or avoiding interaction, it is not simply being moody. It could be reacting to stress, changes in environment, or even small shifts in household energy that humans overlook. Cats are extremely sensitive to sound, smell, and routine disruptions. A new piece of furniture, a different cleaning product, or even a change in your schedule can affect how secure they feel. On the other hand, when a usually reserved cat suddenly becomes more affectionate, it may be seeking reassurance or responding to a positive change in trust. These shifts are subtle but meaningful, and your cat is constantly communicating its comfort level through them. Understanding this helps you realize that behavior is never just behavior. It is emotional feedback in real time. There is also a hidden language in how your cat uses its body to express trust and vulnerability. When a cat exposes its belly, it is often misunderstood as an invitation for touch, but in reality, it is one of the highest signs of trust, not always a request for interaction. In the wild, exposing the stomach is a position of vulnerability, So when your cat does this around you, it is showing that it feels safe in your presence. However, if you respond too quickly or roughly, that trust can be broken in an instant. Similarly, when a cat gently headbutts you or rubs its face against you, it is marking you with scent glands, essentially claiming you as part of its safe territory. These small gestures carry powerful emotional meaning, showing that your cat does not just live in your home. It bonds with you in ways that are deeply instinctive and personal. Perhaps the most misunderstood part of a cat's behavior is its emotional memory and how deeply it connects past experiences with present actions. Your cat remembers how you treat it, not just in moments, but in patterns over time. A gentle voice, a calm approach, and consistent care build a sense of safety that can last for years. On the other hand, sudden loud reactions, unpredictable behavior from humans, or repeated negative experiences can cause a cat to become distant or cautious. This is why some cats appear different with certain people or in certain homes. They are not being selective without reason. They are responding to emotional history that shapes their trust. Even small daily interactions, like the way you call their name or how you respond when they approach you, slowly build a long-term emotional map in their mind. And once that map is formed, it strongly influences how they behave, often more than any single moment ever could. Your cat also wishes you knew that its strange sleeping habits are not laziness, but survival instinct mixed with comfort. Cats sleep in short cycles because in nature they are both predators and prey, always ready to react if needed. So when your cat sleeps near you, especially in open or visible places, it is not just resting. It is choosing to relax in a space it considers safe. That curled-up position, the tucked paws, or even sleeping with one eye slightly open are all signs of awareness combined with trust. And when your cat suddenly shifts sleeping spots, it is often adjusting its comfort based on temperature, noise, or emotional energy in the environment. These small changes are not random, but part of a constant effort to balance safety and relaxation. Finally, the deepest truth your cat wishes you understood is that its love is real, but is expressed in a language shaped by instinct rather than words. When your cat chooses to sit near you instead of another room, when it slowly blinks at you from across the space, or when it quietly waits for you to return home, these are all forms of connection. They may not look dramatic, but they are consistent and intentional. Your cat does not measure love in the same way humans do, but it recognizes safety, comfort, and trust in a very pure form. If you learn to see beyond the surface of its behavior, you begin to understand that every small action is part of a larger emotional conversation. And once you see that, your relationship with your cat transforms from simple companionship into a quiet, mutual understanding built on patience, observation, and respect. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.